this one was a cool concept. I like the idea of this dark character here dancing, but through the lightly colored forest. It felt really smart. And it was just interesting to watch. The movements were really powerful and enticing in a way. Like you kind of just wanted to know a bit more.
The main actress or dancer, she had such hard and precise and strong movements with her body. It was so fascinating to watch. I was like, wow, her back is bending so far, and it really was like something I've never seen before. She looked like a witch casting a spell. There was just such an intensity and a strength to her character. And then in terms of the storyline, we see her running and she looks scared in certain parts. And we're wondering, what is she running from? Or perhaps what is she running towards? I really enjoyed the end of the film where the camera kind of zooms in on her face until it fades to black. It was very cool. I liked her character a lot. I want to know more about her. I want to know her world.
The movement is just so sharp and strong and powerful, and the music, it like makes you excited and also aware of what you're watching and who you're watching. And it's kind of as though you're on the edge of your seat watching all the dances and all the movements. This is definitely a film that shows a dancer who demands your attention and forces you to give it to them. And for that, I think that makes the film 10 times more powerful, and it was a very interesting watch, and I am very glad that I got to see it.
Loved the juxtaposition of kind of her like all black outfit that kind of had like some sort of different other aspect, like otherworldly aspects to it, at least for me. And then being surrounded completely by nature with all of those like great color tones, like the oranges and the greens, the browns and everything like that. So I loved the kind of contrast between the two. And then building in with that, the kind of playfulness that they had between black and white and color, I thought was really, really interesting. I really liked that. I thought it really added something to it, that the different sections that they had all in black and white and how those felt different from all of the color sections. And also how they really built layers within the audio and the sound and the music and intertwined that with how she was dancing, like the actual physical moves that she was making and how those moves corresponded with music and how those kind of built in more layers to the background music. I really, really liked that.
Is expressive in a very active and excited way. The performer is energized, and this increases as the film progresses further. And we see, of course, cuts to her running as well, which adds to the active and excited atmosphere of the piece itself. The use of color is also notable, how we alternate between black and white and colored footage. And this could be, the reasoning behind that could be interpreted, I'm sure, into many different reasons. It seems to be something along the lines of, two very different perceptions of the world around us and how that might occur, how those different perceptions might be invoked in the human mind. So it is very well done. It shows some great, again, energized choreography and has a true sense of spirit to it, in the sense that it is trying to say something. It isn't just, abstract for the sake of abstractness. There really seems to be some interesting ideas planted within the center of it.
The music and the fast-paced, hard-hitting movement worked really well to capture the sense of fear, but also a sense of strength in preparation for what seemed to be meeting an enemy or preparing themselves for battle. I had no doubt that when she met what she was awaiting, she would succeed. There's that fierceness and that strength. The music also ramped up that drive in adrenaline in the piece, which really balanced well with the slow motion movements also interspersed in there. So interesting changes of pace and usage of music to facilitate that.
I like that it is a flashback between color and black and white, and the filmmakers chose to capture a lot of wide-angle shots of our performer in the forest, especially framed by trees. I thought that the shots of her running through the forest are also really well done. The dancer really captured some moods in the music and also made me feel it, especially when the camera ensured that she captured her face in her outstretched hands. These filmmakers obviously have an eye for detail, and highly enjoyed it.
You know, if you watch it without sound, the makeup is astonishing, and the dance sequences are phenomenal, and the activity is just mesmerizing. But then when you add Mark Fragstein's incredible sound design, it becomes so much more. It becomes a creature of its own design, you know. And then it adds ideas and excitement. Does the sound create the movement, or is it the other way around? What is she? And then therefore, that evokes the ideas. What is she running from, or is she running to something? Is she a witch? Is this bewitching? Is she in isolation? Has she always lived this way, and this is how she is now discovering the pandemia? I think it's the collaborative efforts of the director, the performer, and as I mentioned earlier, Mark Fragstein's sound design. It amounts to an impressive showcase.